A future king is about to abandon centuries of royal tradition. Prince William and Catherine are preparing to move into what they're calling their forever home, a £16 million Georgian lodge where they plan to remain even after William becomes monarch. This isn't just another royal relocation. It's a revolutionary departure from how British royalty has lived for generations. Forest Lodge, their soon-to-be residence in Windsor Great Park, represents more than luxury living. It's the physical manifestation of a modern royal family, choosing privacy over protocol, family life over palace grandeur. After 3 years marked by personal tragedy, health crises, and profound loss, William and Catherine are seeking what palace sources describe as a fresh start and an opportunity to leave some of the more unhappy memories behind. What makes this move extraordinary isn't just the property itself, though its 8 bedrooms, ballroom, and tennis courts certainly impress. It's what this choice reveals about the future of the monarchy itself. Inside the £16 million forever home, Forest Lodge isn't just expensive, it's extraordinary. This Grade 2 listed Georgian mansion, nestled in a quiet corner of Windsor Great Park, has been a closely guarded secret for decades. Built 328 years ago, the 3-story red brick property combines historical grandeur with modern practicality in ways that perfectly suit a royal family, determined to balance tradition with contemporary living. The numbers tell the story of the upgrade. From Adelaide Cottage's 4 bedrooms to Forest Lodge's 8. From a modest family home to a mansion complete with its own ballroom, tennis court, and large pond. But it's the details that reveal why William and Catherine see this as their endpoint. Not another stepping stone. The 2001 restoration, which cost £1.5 million, preserved period features that would make any heritage enthusiast weep. Ornate plaster cornices that sweep across ceilings like frozen music. Marble fireplaces that have warmed generations of residents. Venetian windows that frame views across Windsor Great Park. And a half-barrel vaulted hallway ceiling that creates a sense of entering a private cathedral. Did you know that William can reportedly see the Wembley Arch from his bedroom window? This detail, shared by sources close to the family, illustrates the property's elevated position and sweeping views across the English countryside. It's a reminder that even in seeking privacy, the future king maintains a literal overview of his future realm. Catherine has been spotted personally selecting furniture for their new home, including a 24-seater dining table that speaks to their vision of Forest Lodge as a place for entertaining family and close friends rather than formal state occasions. This table choice is telling, large enough for extended family gatherings, but intimate enough to maintain the personal atmosphere they've cultivated since leaving London. The property comes with several cottages, originally converted from stables, which housed 2 families until recently. These families were asked to relocate, not evicted, but moved to similar or better Crown Estate properties elsewhere in Windsor Great Park. This arrangement provides the Wales family with additional privacy while ensuring security concerns are met without creating hardship for previous residents. Current renovations, being funded entirely by William and Catherine from their private resources, focus on minor internal and external updates. Planning documents reveal new doors and windows, removal of some internal walls, and updates to ceilings and floors, all designed to modernize the property while preserving its historical character. The renovation approach reflects their broader philosophy, respectful preservation of heritage combined with practical adaptation for contemporary family life. Unlike the extensive renovations that controversial royals have undertaken at taxpayer expense, William and Catherine are investing their own money in measured improvements that enhance livability without compromising historical integrity. The strategic escape from palace life. To understand why Forest Lodge represents such a radical departure, we need to examine what William and Catherine are deliberately choosing to leave behind. Traditional royal residences, Buckingham Palace, Windsor Castle, even Kensington Palace, operate according to protocols developed over centuries. Staff quarters, staterooms, public access requirements, and security considerations all shape daily life in ways that prioritize institutional needs over family preferences. Forest Lodge eliminates most of these constraints. The couple has chosen to have no live-in staff, a decision that would have been unthinkable for previous generations of royals. This choice reflects their determination to maintain as normal a family life as possible, where their children can move freely through their home without navigating around employees or formal protocols. The timeline of their residential evolution tells a story of increasing prioritization of family life over royal convenience. They began married life at Kensington Palace's Apartment 1A, a 20-room apartment that served their early royal duties perfectly. But as their family grew and their children's needs became paramount, the limitations of palace living became apparent. Their 2022 move to Adelaide Cottage was described by palace sources as a test, an experiment to see whether life in Windsor suited them as a family. The cottage, with its pink exterior and modest 4 bedrooms, provided answers they weren't expecting. Despite its limitations, Adelaide Cottage gave them something invaluable: the ability to be as hands-on as possible as parents while maintaining their royal duties. The proximity to Lambrook School allowed William and Catherine to participate in the school run, attend sports days, and engage with their children's education in ways that would have been complicated from central London. Royal watchers noted how often the couple was spotted at school events, behaving like any other parents rather than visiting dignitaries. But Adelaide Cottage also revealed the constraints of their previous approach to royal living. The 4-bedroom limitation meant limited space for guests, restricted home offices for their growing portfolio of royal work, and challenges accommodating the security requirements that, while minimized, cannot be eliminated entirely. Forest Lodge solves these practical problems while advancing their philosophical goal of normalizing royal family life. The 8 bedrooms provide space for each child to have their own room, plus guest accommodations for family visits. The ballroom can serve as a space for entertaining without requiring the formal protocols of palace staterooms. The property's location within Windsor Great Park provides security advantages without the fortress-like atmosphere of traditional royal residences. The gates, grounds, and distance from public roads create natural barriers, but the setting feels more like a private estate than a military installation. Most significantly, the choice to remain at Forest Lodge even after William becomes king represents a fundamental break with royal tradition. Previous monarchs have moved to Buckingham Palace or Windsor Castle upon accession. William and Catherine are signaling their intention to maintain their chosen lifestyle rather than conforming to institutional expectations. When tragedy shapes home, the personal journey behind the move. The 3 years William and Catherine spent at Adelaide Cottage were marked by personal challenges that would have tested any family, let alone one living under constant public scrutiny. Understanding these experiences is crucial to grasping why Forest Lodge represents more than just a housing upgrade. It's a sanctuary chosen in response to profound loss and life-altering health scares. Their move to Adelaide Cottage in August 2022 was initially motivated by practical considerations: better schools for their children, closer proximity to Queen Elizabeth II, and a more private family environment. But within weeks of settling in, everything changed. On September 8, 2022, Queen Elizabeth II died, transforming their quiet new home into the backdrop for one of the most significant moments in modern royal history. Palace sources describe how the cottage became an unexpected refuge during those first devastating days. While the public saw William fulfilling his duties as the new Prince of Wales, privately he was processing grief while trying to explain to his children why their beloved Gone would never visit again. The challenges multiplied through 2024. King Charles III's cancer diagnosis in February created new pressures as William stepped into expanded royal duties while supporting his father and managing his family's emotional needs. Then came Catherine's own cancer diagnosis, announced in March after weeks of intense speculation about her whereabouts. Adelaide Cottage became a medical management center as Catherine underwent preventative chemotherapy. The modest home, chosen for its privacy, proved invaluable as the family dealt with treatment schedules, medical appointments, and the emotional toll of uncertainty. The children's bedrooms became spaces where difficult conversations about illness and recovery had to happen away from public view. Did you know that Catherine often worked from Adelaide Cottage during her treatment, maintaining her charitable commitments through virtual meetings when physical appearances weren't possible. The cottage's study became a lifeline to her royal duties, allowing her to stay connected to causes like early childhood development, even during her most challenging personal period. Royal sources suggest that Adelaide Cottage, despite its charm, became associated with too many difficult memories. A source told The Sun, Windsor has become their home. However, over the last few years, while they have lived at Adelaide Cottage, there have been some really difficult times. Moving gives them an opportunity for a fresh start in a new chapter, an opportunity to leave some of the more unhappy memories behind. This sentiment reveals something profound about how physical spaces can become repositories of emotional experience. For Catherine, certain rooms in Adelaide Cottage would forever be connected to the anxiety of diagnosis, the physical challenges of treatment, and the fear of leaving her children motherless. For William, the cottage represented a period when he simultaneously had to support his wife, comfort his children, and fulfill expanded royal duties while processing his own fear and helplessness. The decision to seek a fresh start at Forest Lodge reflects psychological wisdom often overlooked in discussions of royal privilege. Sometimes healing requires a change of environment, even when that environment is already privileged and private. What Forest Lodge reveals about modern royal living. The Wales family's housing choices provide a fascinating case study in how the monarchy is adapting to 21st century realities. Forest Lodge represents more than personal preference. It's a blueprint for how future royals might balance public duty with private life, and what that balance reveals about the institution's evolution. The financial arrangements surrounding Forest Lodge demonstrate the couple's commitment to responsible royal spending. William and Catherine are personally funding the move, renovations, and ongoing costs. This approach contrasts sharply with previous royal housing controversies and reflects their awareness that public tolerance for taxpayer-funded royal luxury has diminished significantly. The decision to forego live-in staff at Forest Lodge continues a pattern they established at Adelaide Cottage. This choice has practical and symbolic implications. Practically, it allows their children to experience something closer to normal family life, where breakfast conversations don't include formal protocols and weekend mornings can be genuinely private. Symbolically, the no-staff policy reflects a broader evolution in how royals understand their role. Previous generations of royals were raised with the understanding that they were fundamentally different from their subjects, requiring constant assistance and formal protocols. William and Catherine are raising their children with the understanding that royal privilege comes with responsibility, and that responsibility includes maintaining perspective on how normal families live. The proximity to Lambrook School continues to be a crucial factor in their residential planning. The couple's ability to participate in school runs, attend sports days, and engage with other parents reflects their determination to give their children experiences that prepare them for their future roles, while keeping them grounded in contemporary British life. Forest Lodge's location within Windsor Great Park provides the perfect balance for this approach. The property offers security and privacy essential for the royal family, while maintaining access to normal childhood experiences. The children can ride bikes on private paths, play football in their garden, and invite school friends over without the complications that would arise from living in a traditional royal residence. The couple's retention of their other properties, Kensington Palace Apartment 1A and Anmer Hall in Norfolk, reveals a strategic approach to royal living that previous generations didn't require. Each property serves specific purposes: Kensington Palace for official London engagements, Anmer Hall for private family time away from Windsor, and Forest Lodge as their primary family base. This multi-property approach allows them to maintain different aspects of their lives in appropriate settings. Official duties requiring London proximity can be managed from Kensington Palace, while family holidays and private time can be enjoyed at Anmer Hall. Forest Lodge serves as the center of their daily life, close to the children's school and royal duties at Windsor Castle, but removed from the institutional atmosphere of traditional royal residences. The decision to remain at Forest Lodge, even after William becomes king, represents perhaps the most significant break with royal tradition. Previous monarchs have understood their residence as part of their constitutional role. Buckingham Palace as the public face of the monarchy, Windsor Castle as the private royal retreat. William and Catherine are suggesting that effective monarchy doesn't require sacrificing family life to institutional expectations. The future of royal living, lessons from Forest Lodge. Forest Lodge offers a preview of how the monarchy might function in the decades ahead, when William and Catherine's approach to royal living becomes the institutional norm rather than the exception. Their choices suggest a fundamental rebalancing of royal priorities that could have profound implications for the monarchy's future sustainability and public acceptance. The emphasis on family-centered living reflects broader changes in British society's expectations of work-life balance. The public increasingly expects leaders, including royal leaders, to demonstrate that they can fulfill professional obligations without sacrificing family relationships. William and Catherine's residential choices signal their commitment to being present parents while meeting royal duties. This approach also addresses one of the monarchy's most persistent challenges: preparing the next generation for royal responsibilities while ensuring they remain relatable to their future subjects. George, Charlotte, and Louis are growing up with experiences much closer to those of their contemporaries than previous royal children enjoyed. The financial model they've established, private funding for personal choices, public funding only for official duties, provides a template for sustainable royal spending that could help the monarchy navigate future budget pressures. Their willingness to pay for Forest Lodge renovations from private funds demonstrates respect for public money while maintaining the lifestyle necessary for effective royal service. The couple's approach to staff, minimal, professional, but not live-in, suggests ways the monarchy might reduce its institutional footprint while maintaining effectiveness. Previous generations of royals required extensive household staff, partly because their lifestyle was more removed from normal patterns of daily life. William and Catherine's more integrated approach requires less institutional support. The security arrangements at Forest Lodge, while not publicly detailed, appear to balance protection requirements with family privacy more effectively than traditional royal residences. The property's location provides natural security advantages, while avoiding the fortress-like atmosphere that can isolate royal families from the society they serve. Looking ahead, Forest Lodge represents a sustainable model for royal living that could be adopted by future generations. If successful, it could demonstrate that effective monarchy doesn't require the extensive infrastructure that has traditionally supported royal life. This could have significant implications for public spending on the monarchy and public acceptance of royal privilege. The couple's forever home designation suggests confidence that this model can accommodate the changing demands of royal life over time. They expect Forest Lodge to work when William is king, when their children are young adults navigating their own royal roles, and when they eventually become senior royals themselves. Perhaps most significantly, their approach suggests that the monarchy's future lies not in maintaining distance from contemporary British life, but in demonstrating how royal duties can be fulfilled while maintaining connection to normal human experiences. Forest Lodge provides the perfect environment for this balance. The broader implications extend beyond the Wales family to questions about how the monarchy justifies its continued existence in a democratic society. By choosing a lifestyle that balances privilege with responsibility, public service with private life, William and Catherine are addressing criticism that royals live in isolation from the experiences of their subjects. Their willingness to adapt royal traditions to contemporary realities, rather than demanding that contemporary realities accommodate royal traditions, suggests institutional flexibility that could enhance the monarchy's long-term viability. Forest Lodge becomes a symbol of this adaptability. As removal trucks prepare to carry the Wales family's belongings from Adelaide Cottage to Forest Lodge by Christmas 2025, they're transporting more than furniture and personal effects. They're moving the future of the British monarchy into a new model of royal living that prioritizes family stability, financial responsibility, and public accessibility over institutional tradition. Forest Lodge represents a bet that the monarchy's future lies not in maintaining the grandeur of the past, but in demonstrating relevance to contemporary British life. The £16 million price tag reflects not just property values, but an investment in a vision of royal service that could sustain the institution for generations to come. Whether this experiment succeeds will determine not just where the future king lives, but how the monarchy itself evolves to meet the challenges of the 21st century. In choosing Forest Lodge as their forever home, William and Catherine aren't just changing their address, they're changing what it means to be royal in modern Britain. This analysis is based on verified reporting from People the Sun, Hello Magazine, E! News, Marie Claire, The Telegraph, and other credible sources covering the Wales family's confirmed move to Forest Lodge in 2025.